Alright guys, welcome to my channel guys. So today is January 20, 2025 and napaka-importante ng araw na ito kasi today is the day that President Donald Trump was inaugurated as the President of the United States. And napakarami niyang sinabi dun sa speech niya. And tingnan natin itong mga executive orders na sinabi niya sa speech niya. Isa-isahin natin sila. Tingnan natin kung makakaapekto ba yung mga executive orders na ito na pipirmahan niya sa magiging ekonomiya ng Canada and the whole world in general. So, panoorin natin yung video and then mag-comment tayo bawat part of the video na magsasalita siya. Tingnan natin kung ano yung impact ng mga sasabihin niya dito sa speech niya nito. So tara, umpisa na natin.
First, I will declare a national emergency at our southern border.
Bago ako mag-comment doon, just want to point out na ito si outgoing President Joe Biden, ito si outgoing Vice President Kamala Harris, ito si incoming Vice President Joe Vance, actually Vice President na siya, ayun si Bill Clinton, no? Tsaka yung asawa niya si Hillary Clinton. So, tuloy natin. Dahil ba sabi niya? Ulitin natin. Hindi ko narinig eh.
I will declare a national emergency at our southern border.
Ayun. National emergency sa southern border. Kasi nga guys, napakaraming mga illegal immigrants na nanggagaling sa south coming from Mexico. And alam naman natin na naging lax yung southern border nung umupo si na Joe Biden doon at saka si Kamala Harris eh. Ito yung naging campaign material ni Donald Trump nung nakakampanya siya eh. Ito yung isa sa mga main platforms niya eh. Yung hihigpitan niya yung southern border pagdating sa mga illegal immigrants. Nagda. Well, the mere fact na marami nagtayuan, marami talaga may gusto na mangyari to, na mag-tight yung security border ng Amerika sa South. Isa rin to sa mga dahilan kaya maraming bumoto kay Trump eh, kasi marami na nagsasabi na sobrang dami talaga ng pinapapasok na illegal. Sobrang dami talaga ng mga illegal immigrants na pinapapasok ng Amerika coming from the South.
All illegal entry will immediately be halted, and we will begin the process of returning millions and millions of criminal aliens back to the places from which they came. We will reinstate my Remain in Mexico policy.
Yari. Hindi na sila papasukin sa Amerika.
I will end the practice of catch and release. And I will send troops to the southern border to repel the disastrous invasion of our country. Under the orders I signed today, we will also be designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations.
Ayun, yung mga drug cartels coming from Mexico. Hindi na lang sila basta mga kriminal lang. Hindi na lang sila basta mga gangs. Kundi ibabrand na sila ng USA as mga terrorist. Siyempre, pag mga ganyan, full power of the US Army ang makakalaban ng mga drug cartel kasi mga terrorist na sila eh.
And by invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, I will direct our government to use the full and immense power of federal and state law enforcement to eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminal networks, bringing devastating crime to U.S. soil, including our cities and inner cities.
Oh, yun yung sinabi ko kanina. USA will use the full extent of their military might to expel any terrorist. Yan, yung mga drug cartels nga, mga terrorist na sila.
As Commander-in-Chief, I have no higher responsibility than to defend our country from threats and invasions, and that is exactly what I am going to do. We will do it at a level that nobody's ever seen before. Next, I will direct all members of my cabinet to marshal the vast powers at their disposal to defeat what was record inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices.
Ano kayang mga policies ang i-implement ni Donald Trump para mapababa niya yung mga bilihin sa Amerika at saka mapababa niya yung inflation sa Amerika? Sabihin niya rito Pakinggan pa natin.
The inflation crisis was caused by massive overspending and escalating energy prices, and that is why today I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill.
Mukhang magiging self-sufficient ang Amerika pagdating sa oil Mukhang di na sila magre-rely ng oil mula sa ibang mga bansa. Drill baby drill. Problema sa Canada to. Kasi pinakamalaking consumer ng oil o pinakamalaking consumer ng oil ng Canada isang Amerika. Kasi may pipeline pa nga yan from Alberta going to America. So, kung magiging self-sufficient ang Amerika pagdating sa oil, medyo malaking apekto to pagdating sa ekonomiya ng Canada. Kung matutuloy itong mga pinaplano ni Trump na to, magkakaroon talaga ng problema yung Canada.
America will be a manufacturing nation once again, and we have something that no other manufacturing nation will ever have, the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we are going to use it. Let me use it.
O yun nga, tama nga ako. So, malaking ambisyon ni Donald Trump, Kaya-kaya niyo yun in 4 years, maging self-sufficient ang Amerika pagdating sa oil and gas. Hindi na sila magre-rely sa ibang mga bansa, especially sa Canada. Malaking problema to.
We will bring prices down, fill our strategic reserves up again right to the top, and export American energy all over the world. We will be a rich nation again, and it is that liquid gold under our feet that will help to do it. With my actions today, we will end the Green New Deal and we will revoke the electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto industry and keeping my sacred pledge to our great American auto workers.
Ano kaya magiging reaction ni Elon Musk dito? Kasi di ba nga si Elon Musk, yung Tesla mga cars, mga EV yun mga electric vehicle yun Yun nga, ngayon ang gusto ni Trump kahit anong klase ng kotse, okay lang. Hindi lang naka-focus sa isang klase ng kotse. Pwedeng mga, yung mga fueled engine cars. Hindi lang basta mga electric vehicles.
In other words, you'll be able to buy the car of your choice
Yun, tama nga ako.
We will build automobiles in America again at a rate that nobody could have dreamt possible just a few years ago. And thank you to the auto workers of our nation for your inspiring vote of confidence. We did tremendously with their vote. I will immediately begin the overhaul of our trade system to protect American workers and families.
Ay, ito. Mukhang dito na papasok yung sinasabi niyang increase in tariff sa Canada at sa Mexico. Ito na siguro yun.
Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich other countries, we will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens.
Ayun. Ito yung threat ni Donald Trump last year na yun nga, tataasan niya ng 25% tariff yung Canada at saka yung Mexico. So, any product coming from Canada and Mexico going into the States, tataasan niya ng taripa yan ng 25%. So, magtataasan lahat ng presyo na magagaling sa Canada at saka sa Mexico. Siyempre, ang magsasuffer din dyan, yung Canadian economy natin. Kasi, pag tumaas ng ganun yung taripa, ibig sabihin, more or less, hindi na bibili yung mga consumer sa Amerika ng mga Canadian products at magpo-focus na lang sila sa mga American products. So, malaking problema yun. Paano na yung economy ng Canada nun? Pagdating sa oil, magiging self-sufficient daw yung Amerika. Pagdating naman sa ibang mga produkto, papatungan nila ng taripa yung mga manggagaling sa Canada, sa Mexico, at saka sa China. So, malaking problema to.
For this purpose, we are establishing the External Revenue Service to collect all tariffs, duties, and revenues. It will be massive amounts of money pouring into our treasury coming from foreign sources. The American dream will soon be back and thriving like never before to restore competence and effectiveness to our federal government. My administration will establish the brand new Department of Government Efficiency.
Yung Department of Government Efficiency, acronym yan DOGE or yung Dodge. Kung naalala nyo yung Dodge meme coin, yan yung pinopromote na meme coin ni Elon Musk So, si Elon Musk din na nag-coin nun, ng DOGE. So, kasi alam natin na si Elon Musk, isa yan sa mga supporters ni Donald Trump, isa yan sa mga nag-contribute ng campaign funds niya. So, hindi ko alam kung ano magiging position ni Elon Musk sa Trump administration. Pero nakakatuwa lang na yung DOGE na yun, Department of Government Efficiency, it's Elon Musk way para kahit pa paano ma-promote yung meme coin na yun. Kasi maraming uh, Doge coins si Elon Musk So yun guys, tingnan natin ngayon kung gusto kong i-search Gusto kong i-search kung sinay na ni Donald Trump yung kasi after nung mahabang speech niya na yun, marami siyang sinay na executive orders Pero gusto kong malaman kung nag-sign siya ng executive order pagdating sa taripa nga na i-impose sa Canada. Check natin. Tariffs, Canada, Donald Trump Executive Order. Ito. Ayan. Sabi rito, Canada avoids Trump's tariffs for now. Okay. So, mukhang hindi pa pinirmahan ni Donald Trump yon. After bracing for weeks for trade war with US, Canada has for now evaded tariffs that Donald Trump threatened to impose on the country as soon as he takes office. But Trump said on Monday that tariffs on Canada and Mexico could come on 1st of February and ordered federal officials to review US trade relationships for unfair practices, including those with Canada and Mexico. And then, sabi pa rito, The incoming president pledged import duties of 25% on Canada and Mexico. So yun nga yung sinasabi natin kanina, as well as 10% on global imports and 60% on Chinese goods. Nababasa nyo ba? Lakihan natin ha. Ayan. Trump, who sworn in on Monday, ay mali, taas natin ng konti. Ayun nga, 60% on Chinese goods. That sabi niya, Trump, who sworn in on Monday, warned in his inaugural address that the U.S. will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens. On Monday, Canadian officials appeared relieved at the reprieve, but warned the tariff threat was still real. Canada is highly dependent on trade with the U.S. with roughly 75% of its export heading south. So mukhang wala pa siyang pinipirmahang So mukhang wala pa siyang pinipirmahang executive order pagdating sa tariffs, and sabi niya sa February 1 pa ito. Hindi ko alam kung may delaying tactics lang si Donald Trump as part of his alam mo yun, yung marunong kasi siya magpaikot eh. Isa yan sa mga niya, sa mga talent niya eh, kung paano makukuha yung gusto niya. So he's playing mind games with Canada, and yun nga, hindi niya agad pinirmahan yung executive order pagdating sa tariffs. So mukhang naka-wait and see siya kung ano yung magiging reaction ng Canada sa inauguration na nangyari kanina sa Amerika. Tapos sabi rito, tuloy nga natin, gusto kong basahin eh. Members of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's cabinet are gathered in Quebec for 2 days of meetings focused on the US-Canada relationship. On Monday, Joby told reporters that officials will continue effort to lobby US counterparts on the benefits of trade between the two nations, which totaled an estimate of $909 billion in 2022. So, mukhang wala na to. So, yun. Hindi pa na i-impose yung taripa na i-impose sa Canada. So, let's wait and see on February 1 kung ano mangyayari doon. And so far pagdating sa dito sa naging speech ni Donald Trump, talagang nakikita natin na America first siya, no? So lahat ng illegal immigrants na nasa Amerika, ide-deport niya, or hindi, lahat ng illegal immigrants na gustong pumasok sa Amerika, hindi na sila makakapasok, isi-secure nila yung border, yung mga drug cartels na nasa Amerika, branded as terrorist. Ano pa ba? Tapos pagdating sa oil and gas, hindi na sila magre-rely sa ibang mga bansa. They will drill, sabi ni Donald Trump. So, tatry nila maging self-sufficient, and to top of that, hindi lang sila magiging self-sufficient, mag-export din sila ng oil and gas. Tapos nga yung tariffs, yan, ipapatong yan. Ang gusto kasi ni Donald Trump talaga maging America first. So, hindi mag-rely ang Amerika sa mga external countries pagdating sa mga basic needs nila. So, lahat gusto niya manggaling sa Amerika. Maganda yung policy niya. Hindi natin alam kung ano magiging epekto nito sa mga ibang mga bansa, especially sa Canada. Pero tingnan natin kung ano yung magiging reaction ng Canada sa mga policies na i-implement ni Trump na ito. So, yun nga guys, there you go. I hope kahit paano nagkaroon kayo ng idea kung ano yung mga speech ni Donald Trump kanina. And if you don't mind, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, click the notification bell, and share this video with your friends na rin. And also, kung okay lang, drop your comment sa baba para malaman ko kung ano yung mga kuro-kuro ninyo, kung ano yung sa tingin nyo mangyayari sa Canada. Hopefully, hindi madali yung Canada sa mga policies na in-implement ni Donald Trump na to. So, maraming salamat again guys. Hanggang sa susunod. Bye!